Well, we've got some difficult decisions to make today. We're back at work and we're in the 401 suite and we're just trying to get all the final jobs boxed off. Obviously, we still have wires hanging out the wall. We've still got so many little tiny bits to do and we only have just over 3 weeks to get all of this done now. So, time to get cracking. Now, we're looking at the chandelier for this room. So the chandelier for this room is out of our budget for the foreseeable future. It's not going to be possible because we do want something that's really elaborate and really beautiful for it here. So it's going to have to wait. And some of you will remember we had that beautiful crystal chandelier. So now the difficulty is pairing up what we can. Now we've got pretty much full sets of these, so we can use any of these 3 types of lights in here. So as we're going with a crystal chandelier, do we go with crystal lights? Now, these are only Diddy. They're cute, but need a lot more crystals and a lot more work doing to them to keep them in keeping with this room, really, because they're just going to get lost on the walls, aren't they? I think they're a little bit too small, they're a little bit too dainty, so we're going to have to look at something, I think, just a little bit bigger, which is where the Louis XV style lights have come in. And we've got 2 different sort of sets of these, similar, but they are different. Even I can see the difference in these. So we have these beautiful 2-arm ones. Again, really pretty, really ornate, and with a bit of a polish up, I think they'll look absolutely stunning. And obviously, these will go up here, and they're not just going to get lost on the walls. I think them ones, I think they're working on them, the metal work on them is just a little bit too small. Otherwise, they're just going to get completely disappeared. And then we have this beautiful, beautiful 3-armed ones. And again, they're going to take that space lovely and they're going to fill it up, and you can imagine these all around the room and they're going to look beautiful. And yeah, we need to make a decision now. Maybe you guys can help us comment which ones you like, whether it's first one, option 1 with the crystals, option 2 with the 2 arms, or option 3 with the 3 arms. We've made it really simple there today, option 1, 2 or 3. But like I say, we're not decided and we haven't decided yet. We're asking you because we genuinely don't know. But like I say, with the crystal chandelier, that needs to be something that draws it all in. And like I say, it will be something big and grand afterwards, but just not right now. There's still loads to do. We've got loads to do in the bathroom, loads to do in the salon, and a few little finishing off bits in here. Not massive amounts of work, but there's loads that we want to get done. So let's crack on.
The next job that I need to crack on with is sorting out these beautiful wall sconces. Now, you may remember we got these quite a while ago from Brockhampton, and as soon as we seen them, we knew they were going to be absolutely perfect for the bathroom. Just with them being so tall, it's just going to help with that illusion of just giving it a bit more height to the room. So perfect. But luckily as well, both lights have all been rewired with the new fittings, so I don't need to touch the new fittings or any of the wiring. It's all gone all the way through, so perfect. Obviously I think it's the first light that I've actually bought where it doesn't need any work to it, so Mum and Ash are happy with it. But one thing I do need to do is to create some brackets to actually support it on the wall. Now they are quite heavy, and the ones for the salon are quite heavy, so what I need to do is find a way of supporting it through this little brace on the back. Now we've got our little L brackets which fit under perfectly, but obviously it's bent the wrong way. Now I could just bend it in half to create a tighter V to hook it on, but then it's quite difficult getting the screws in. So my idea is to bend this one so we have sort of like a little step, and then once this is on the wall light can hook straight onto it. Nice and easy to get on and to get off if we need to, and it gives it really good support because we can be able to get 2 screws in these little L brackets, and you can pick these up for next and out. So what I'm going to do is pop it in the vise and then hopefully bend it to shape. That's the plan. I've just got my pliers. So now it's give us, like this will be against the wall, and it's give us this part where the light fitting will go straight down the back just to support it, which will be good. So I'll do the other one, get them upstairs and get them into place and see what they look like. There's the wall lights up. I can't believe just how good they've turned out for this room with the dark green walls and obviously the aged brass wall sconces. It's just perfect for it. And just to give it that sort of aged look as well. We're trying to create sort of like a Romanesque style in here anyway, so having those, it's perfect for it. But the next thing that I need to do is, now Mum's got all of the top part of the arch painted, this bottom section is just quite plain. Now, I know you're all going to be screaming saying that every surface doesn't need a moulding or gold or a fixture or something, but it does. So what we're going to do is on this bottom section is just add a tiny bit of panel work on it, and we've got our wood tube end again. So as you would remember, this is all of the trim that we used in the wood room and the blue room and in the salon actually. And it's just a moulding that you heat up with a hairdryer and you can mould it to whatever shape that you want. And it's just going to be a slight panel work on each of them. So I think we'll probably do one either side and maybe a circle in the centre, and that'll all get painted in exactly the same colour as the walls, just so it gives it a little bit more depth to it as well really, and just a little bit more detail. So when you lay it in the bath, you're looking up, and yeah, it'd be nice. Still need to find a mural for the centre section. So a lot of you were saying actually to just go for it. So we're going to keep an eye out, see what we can actually fit in that little section, because it is only a small part, and try and get it up and get it all finished, hopefully in the next week or so. So I'll crack on now with this, start heating it up and mark out where we need to get it on.
Well, that's pretty much everything that we can do here for now. So me and Terry are going to take a trip to another chateau that isn't in France for a really special reason, and we'll show you now. Well, we've travelled across, 3 countries to get here to Germany, and we've came across some wonderful Shetlands. We have Flick and Tim from Chateau de Purnon. What are the chances we bump into each other in a completely different country? It's amazing. So we're here for Motion and just to see some of the amazing things that they do. And Flick and Tim are similar to us. They arrived in France the same sort of time and have been on very similar journeys to us. So tell us about you guys.
Well, you go home, you can...
Well, we arrived in France in 2020, well, at the Chateau in 2020, and when we arrived at Chateau de Purnon, we really, exactly like you, we had no idea really of the enormous challenges that lay ahead, and we were talking just before about our first storms and our experiences in our first storms, and it's all well and good, we can laugh about it now.
Yes.
But I tell you, at the time, when you see water running down the inside of the Chateau for the first time, it is the most soul-destroying and heartbreaking thing, and you're fighting so hard to just protect this piece of heritage that you believe in so much. And
Here's the emotion.
Hello, there's our friend. And just to watch it sort of disintegrate in front of your eyes. And so the battle for us has been to get the Chateau watertight and to stop that. And I know that you have had similar...
Anyone who doubts the Motion's obstacle detection capabilities need be in no doubt, because it's detected all the obstacles around here and it's gone right around us. So there you go.
But no, it's amazing. And like I say, we didn't film. I don't know whether you guys filmed a lot of that. We didn't film a lot of it. So seeing how soul destroying it was, but to see it start to come back to life, it is genuinely one of the most rewarding things that we've ever done. I don't know about you guys.
Well, I think also just to know that you're getting to for us, that we're getting to the stage where there's no longer going to be that level of like deterioration in the Chateau. Those years or those 100 years where that's happened before us are now past, and for the next hopefully century or centuries to come, Purnon will be free of those worries.
It's incredible to hear you say that, and I genuinely mean that, in that we've said exactly the same thing. Our first job when we got there was we said we had to stop the rot. We had to stop it getting worse before we could make it better, and that was a couple of years worth of work before we even started at that point. So to hear you say the same thing, I'm all goosebumpy and everything, because it is genuinely
such an emotional ride, isn't it?
It is, and like I say, we try to put it across to people and try to explain to people what it's actually like to live through that and to come out the other side of it and start to see it getting better. But for us guys, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Is there for you guys?
Well, I think for us, it feels exactly like that. You love these places. You wouldn't take on the challenge if you didn't love them. And to be part of a journey that tells you that you've been part of saving something that would have otherwise been lost is really very special. And I think the interesting thing, the difference between our two journeys, is you're doing so much of the work yourself. Our Chateau is completely heritage listed, inside and out, which means so much of the work has to be done by qualified professionals, whereas you guys have really taken on something which we're just in awe of. You're doing so much.
I don't know whether I'm jealous or I'm happy about it. It's one of them, isn't it? It's a balance, because obviously it costs us a lot more if we were to pay people, or it'd be one of them. It'd be a lot easier if we didn't have to do it. But it's that balance and trying to find it, and you guys, and like to bring back to life something that was like falling down or going to fall down. How we were going to fall down within, I'd say, probably 4 or 5 years. Our Chateau wouldn't have existed anymore if we hadn't have stepped in. Was yours at the similar sort of level as that?
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly what time it had left, but once the roof goes, the deterioration is very rapid inside, and our roof was really starting to fail. And so we got there just in the nick of time, and it sounds like you did as well.
Exactly. It's the amazing to be able to sit there and have these conversations with somebody that's
the joy of shared pain.
It's not nice to know someone else has been through it, but it's nice to know.
It is, though.
It is.
A problem shared is a problem halved.
Exactly.
It's nice to know that you guys understand what we've been through, because there's not many people that you can sit there and have a conversation with, and they actually understand everything that you're saying about the conversation.
Exactly.
So we're here, for, like I say, for Motion, and we're going to be checking out some of their amazing products. So check out Flick and Tim's channel, Chateau de Purnon, and we'll put a link in the description, and we're going to go and get back to the party now. So we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
See you.
Well, we're back from Germany and me and Terry had a fantastic time. It's the first time either of us have been to Germany and we loved it. And thanks to Renovation and their spring party, it was amazing to go and see all the new products they've got coming out and some of the products that we didn't even know about from them. So it was superb for us. This LUBA 2 has given me 15 to 20 days of my life back, 15 to 20 days where I don't have to manage this area all summer. It's 20 weeks, it's a day a week that I would normally have to be out here with a lawnmower. With this, with it being all-wheel drive, with it being animal friendly, and just to point out, we don't use it on a night, so it only ever gets used during the day. I've set it. We understand that it is capable of diverting around wildlife, and we've seen it do it. However, to be sensible, we are in the countryside, we do only use it during the day. But we love it, and again we will be using it more and more. If I could have a full fleet of these, I would. And how great was it to see Chateau de Purnon while we were at Renovation party, to bump into somebody halfway around the world when they're virtually our neighbours. So check out their channel as well, we'll put a link in the description. And well, hope you enjoyed today's video. We're all done for the day. I'm going to put little LUBA back to sleep so you can recharge and keep this whole area looking amazing. So catch you in the next one. Goodbye.
If you'd like to be part of our journey and help restore the chateau, then please join us on Patreon, where you'll be part of our journey, receive a piece of the history and get exclusive videos.